Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 192 for the 8th of January 2023. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Hope everyone had a good celebration over the New Year's and you're all fairly rested.
Yep.
You know, you're feeling okay.
Yeah. Over like that, wasn't it?
It was. I know.
Literally, actually, this year.
It was quite
a quick one.
All right. So we turned everything off, decorations wise, lights and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
2 days on the 6th, but we hadn't taken anything down because we thought we'll go to the store and we'll get the boxes, because the boxes we got are kind of tattered and kind of sort of past their usefulness. And so we've got to use them for another year, because we went to the store the day after, and of course they were all gone because everybody else did the same idea this year, I think.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. They were probably gone in Boxing Day. So we get the same old stuff. But yeah, we took everything down yesterday, so of course the house now looks completely empty.
That's it. That's it.
Same every year.
That's us with the cliched Christmas chat, everybody.
That's
Place looks empty now without all the decorations.
You
Over in the flash. Just like that.
You walk in that sitting room and you go, what's missing? It's a tree.
All that preparation for one day.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And it's over in the flash.
That's right.
Aye. There you go. Cliched Christmas chat, everybody.
I know. Is that you that put that up?
Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I had a wee speck of dust on my mouse.
I've got to try and find it. I don't know where it is. Oh,
I don't know.
A wee speck of dust.
I was like, oh. Never put me in front of, like a control module or something like that, and I'll see that needs a wee bit of dust in there. Rocket in the sky. Anyway.
Shot the rocket off 2 minutes before the window. They overshoot and miss Mars by thousands of miles.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well done. So did you have a nice Christmas anyway?
Okay, yeah, it was nice and quiet. We're still doing cliches.
Still doing cliches, aye. So it was nice and quiet.
Quiet one, aye. Lovely. Kids,
just the family.
Kids had a great time. Just the family. Aye.
Just the family. Christmas is a time for families. I don't know why people say just the family. Like it's supposed to be just.
Christmas is a time for families. Yes,
it is. Aye.
Aye. Right, let's go on with it.
Let's go on with it.
Christmas is over. Humbug.
A couple of things. Obviously, the two major, well, maybe not major for other people, but major for us, I think. Kelly Monteith passed away, aged 80, I think he was.
A big deal in the 80s.
But a huge deal in the 80s. Like he was on Johnny. Like he just sort of appeared in British TVs. Like he was Desert Corner or something. Used to get him on.
Yeah.
But apparently he was like one of the guys that was a regular on Johnny Carson.
Right, okay.
So he must have been one of Johnny Carson's favourite comedians.
It must have been his warm-up act or something.
No. It was a guest. He would get in stand-up guys, and they would do like Jerry Seinfeld did it, Jay Leno, Dave Letterman. So he must have been one of the guys that Johnny Carson liked, because he was on several times in the show over the years. But yeah, he got a show in the UK, which is very unusual. Which kind of I think what everybody was kind of. Like it piqued his interest, but he was actually a funny guy.
It was.
It wasn't just the fact. Oh, it's an American on British TV. He was actually really funny.
And it was a kind of. I remember it being like a kind of
American style
sitcom.
Yeah,
I wasn't British at all.
It's like some would argue it was Seinfeld before Seinfeld.
Yeah, it was like that, wasn't it? It was in his apartment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was his apartment, and he would have like people. He would have friends. One of his friends was a woman.
Aye.
So yeah, it just is that the cops coming for you?
You hear that?
I did. They're coming to take you away.
It's a fair cop.
He unfortunately passed away over the Christmas break. Jeremy Renner, who I think we should send love and hugs and kisses and all that kind of stuff. Friend of the show, friend of the podcast. He got into an accident with a plow.
Yeah.
He jumped out the plow to talk to somebody. The plow started running backwards, and he thought, I better stop the plow, and tried to jump back in the plow, and ended up underneath the plow. Now,
the only other person to run himself over like that was Brian Harvey from East 17.
No, it was Anton as well. Remember the Jeep thing? Anton Yelchin. He played Chekhov in Star Trek.
Oh, is that how he died?
Yeah, he got crushed by his Jeep. Right. Yeah, he put it in park. So it was a fault with the parking brake. So he put it in park. Thought it was in park, but apparently you got to hold it and let it go ding. Apparently, but he thought he'd just pull it and so he's tapping on his numbers and he get crushed against the fence post. Well, which is not a good way.
If there was a competition for getting run over, Jeremy wins. He get run over by a plough.
He did, yes. He got ploughed. Now, bearing in mind, it's not like the plough I've got, which is like a snowblower. It's a proper like 14,000
machinery.
Yeah, it's the thing you would find in Aviemore to clear the car parks. The car park.
Easy for you to say.
I know.
You to say. So was it a snow? Was it a snow plough? It wasn't a plough like a farming plough because he owns a ranch, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's
it's a snow plough, so he's ploughing some snow.
Let me see if I can find the snow plough.
I thought it was a combine harvester or something. So it was a snow plough. No. Still heavier than a Jeep. To be fair.
I'll show you the size of this thing.
Germany.
I know.
Germany.
Jeremy Clarkson. Oh wait, Jeremy Renner. It was one of these things.
Oh Jesus! What?
I know. So apparently this thing started to run back. Maybe it was in a hill or something like that.
He got run over by that.
He tried to jump into it, but the problem is that the cab is over this thing here.
That's dangerous.
The tracks.
They need to change the design. So he's basically fell onto those tracks and it's
got smumped.
Oh my God! What?
I know.
You couldn't get off that, could you?
So he got his chest crushed, and I think his legs in pretty bad shape. He's lost a lot of blood and stuff like that. But he did the Peter Griffin. I'm okay, folks, but I don't want to get into it. Type thing. Yeah, this one here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. It looks better than I did on New Year's Day. That's for sure.
Oh my God.
I felt like he looks.
Having taken one of these pictures myself in the last year, it looks pretty good. So,
I've
I
never seen him wear glasses before. Was that part of it?
I think everyone who goes to hospital has to wear glasses. Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Men of a certain age.
Men of a certain age, yeah. Because he's up there as well, isn't he? He's in his 50s.
Yeah. He's doing well, though. Well, he's not doing well.
Well, not doing well. He's doing better than he was as well.
He was doing well up until that point. Yeah, that's not good. Sending best wishes, Jeremy. Jeremy! Jeez, Germany.
Also, Damar Hamlin as well. He was playing. He's a footballer for the Buffalo Bills. I just want to mention it because he's a young guy. He's like 24 or something.
I know this story.
It's
actually.
Entertainment. Yeah, it's heard around the world. I mean, it's one of these ones that heard around the world. He finished doing a play, collapsed on the field. He'd had 2 cardiac arrests on the field. They managed to revived him again, got him to hospital, and he's doing great. He was watching the game today. But
sad happy stories then.
Sad happy stories, yeah. It's like bad thing happened, ended up with an okay result.
He's okay.
But yeah, he's okay, folks.
Yeah, man, that was that did the rounds. So did that story. Yeah. Not a great start to the year, but let's hope it can. Well, let's keep it positive. We want we want a good start to the year, not like last year.
That's true.
I want a good one this year. Yeah. And let's keep 2023 positive and lovely.
That's right.
Because
vibes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but
there's a
big birthday coming up.
There is, yes. Yeah.
Who's got 2 thumbs and has a big birthday coming up?
That's that guy.
This guy.
That guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 30 this year.
Yeah. And I'm 1 card short of a deck.
Yeah, 30. And the rest, everybody's shouting. Aye.
Hey-o. All right, let's plod on with the story, shall we? Well, we don't have any stories this week, but what we do have is we have a look towards 2023.
The future!
The future is here. Now, do you want to do movies first, or do you want to do TV shows first?
Oh, I don't mind.
Let's do TV shows first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're just gonna wholesale rip this off of the web pages that we got them from. So, this one's from Polygon. I was going to try and do a presentation, but there are so many things, and I didn't have enough time to get through it. Let's just go through this thing here. So the first one, obviously, is January Bad Batch season 2. Have you started watching it? Yeah,
I have watched the first episode.
Okay, so 2 episodes dropped.
More of the same.
Very much more of the same, yeah.
More of the same.
Yeah.
If you didn't like the first season, then you're not going to like this one.
No, you're not.
Thingy, what do you call him? The little girl.
Omega.
Omega is not. Well, it did start to annoy me, I have to say.
You've never been a fan of that character?
No. She just gets in the road, and she was like, with her bow and arrow thing.
Bow and arrow. Yeah, in her hat.
Kind of irritating me. But I let it go in the last season. Because I think we ended up quite enjoying the first season, didn't we?
I really liked it. I mean, I love the art style of it. I like how they tie different things in. I was reading the sound guy, that guy that does the sound effects for the show. He did it for some of the video games. So a lot of the video game sound effects are in this show as well, which is a nice wee kind of tying it together. Which is pretty good. I thought the first 2 episodes were pretty good. They're kind of leaning in a little bit with the Andor. Things aren't as black and white as they seem, which is an interesting take on effectively a kids show. So yeah, I'll see how that.
Yeah, I mean the tone's very much a kids show.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it Scarif they were on that first episode?
No, it wasn't, but it looked like it.
Right, okay.
I know what you mean. Yeah, the one with the crabs.
Yeah, I thought that was Scarif. Right, okay. I thought they were kind of tying things in.
No, no. They do visit Count Dooku's home planet in the second episode.
Okay,
so you get that to look forward to.
Yeah, somebody said online that it's never been as good as the first episode in season 1. Though that first episode was really promising. Remember?
Yeah, with the Jedi at the start, Order 66.
Mega promising. I'd agree with that actually. Although we did enjoy it. I think we did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's a kids show. It's not. I mean,
it's not. You can't judge it in the same way.
It's not Andor.
No, it's definitely not Andor.
And I feel, and looking back at it, I feel bad about how I treated Willow, but I'm still not going to go back and watch the rest of it.
Willow's okay if you can get past a lot of things,
No.
Okay then.
I can't. Do you know the thing is? I don't know what happened to Warwick Davis, but he needs to take acting classes.
Oh, he's
so bad.
Some of it is really good but
other things it feels like they've gone like, hey, Warwick, read this out. They've handed him a script change or something.
I think when he's done, see when he's monologuing and trying to be serious, it doesn't work for him. He's the comedy stuff works for him much better.
Yeah.
But
because I mean he nailed it. Like Life's Too Short he's fantastic in that. Like really good.
Maybe just it needs a good direction. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Sure.
But it did feel a lot like there was script rewrites or something, and he got the script fresh, and he was just reading it. That's what it felt like.
That's exactly what it felt like. Yeah. Yeah. But this is Bad Batch. Good. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah.
And this guy here is played by Dee Dee Baker. This guy here is played by Dee Dee Baker. This guy here is played by Dee Dee Baker. He's played by a guy called Dee Dee Baker, and this guy here is played by a guy called Dee Dee Baker. And there's clones in there, and they're played by a guy called Dee Dee Baker.
Yeah,
he's quite busy. That's a lot of lines to read for he's basically monologuing himself.
Yeah, well, it would be what do you call him? Not Taika Waititi. Tamara Morrison.
But obviously can't afford him. Copenhagen Cowboy. So that started on January 6th. January 3rd was it? 4th. Copenhagen Cowboy on Netflix, January 5th.
All right.
I didn't even know about this.
Don't know about this.
Drive director Nicholas Winding Refn is back, second show, and it's nothing like the first. Hopefully depraved yet contemplative, too old to die young. So yeah, it's a thing. I don't know.
These are all TV shows, are they?
These are everything I've got in this list is TV shows.
Right.
We haven't got.
I'm in. I loved Drive. I loved Valhalla Rising.
Valhalla.
I love that. So I like him. He's pretty arty. I like that in a movie. I like a bit of mystery as well. He brings a lot of that to his work.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Next one is Alexandria Daddario in Mayfair Witches, which is an Anne Rice adaptation. So, yeah, I mean it's the usual thing where this woman, she realizes there's something mysterious and all that kind of stuff, and she gets drawn into a darker and more mysterious world.
I like it already.
All that stuff. So that's on AMC. I don't know what that would be in the UK, but
we might get that on
the same
Sky Atlantic or something.
Is that where Walking Dead is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it probably will be that then,
or maybe Prime.
Yeah,
it's funny because
I don't know much about it, but the trailer looked good.
It's quite odd sometimes because you know the Mitchells versus the Machines cartoon that was on Netflix.
Aye,
that was on STV here for some reason.
Really?
Over Christmas, yeah. Which was odd because that's a Netflix thing.
Yeah,
a bit odd. So it can be a bit random sometimes where these things end up.
Yeah.
Velma, we're very much looking forward to.
But
the LGBT.
So in this one, she's been portrayed as being Hispanic, being white, and this portrayal is I think South Asian is what the rest of the world call it, but Indian is what you refer to that ethnicity in the UK. Played by Mindy Kaling, who is fantastic as Kelly Kapoor in The Office, and she's been in other than Mindy Project, all that kind of stuff, which I've never actually watched. Sorry, Mindy. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other people that are in it as well. Sam Richardson's in it. Constance Wu's in it.
It's a bit more of a adult take, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit weird.
I think it's kind of focusing in on her relationships more than there'll be like a mystery of the week probably, but it'll be kind of her sort of take on it. I think there's some swearing in it as well.
Oh, good.
Stuff like that. It's also a love quadrangle.
Oh,
so
you don't see many of them.
No, you don't. No. This next one is Breakpoint, which is coming on Netflix on January 13th. I don't know what this is.
It's about tennis, Sloan.
It does look like tennis. It's called Breakpoint.
It's called Breakpoint.
Was that not a video game? No, Match Point. That was what it was. Yeah. Match Point from Cylon.
Yeah. So is this a documentary?
Groundbreaking docuseries Formula One Drive to Survive turns its focus to the world of tennis, following a select group of players as they play all over the world. There you go.
I'm in that. I like a bit of tennis.
Yep.
Anyone for tennis? Me.
Anyone for tennis. So yeah, hopefully it'll do the same thing for tennis as it does for.
Well, did you ever watch the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan one?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, it was terrific.
I really don't like basketball. I'm not a fan.
See, if you watch that, you'd start wearing Chicago Bull tops and trying to grow your legs long and things like I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
tried to be more Michael Jordan.
How's that working out for you? The long leg thing?
Not great.
Not great. No. Okay.
It's not working.
So there's an interesting backstory about this next one. So this is Last of Us, which is on HBO Max on January 15th. You notice there Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal had to get permission from Disney to appear in this.
Really?
Because the story is too similar to Mandalorian. Because it's all about a lone wolf and a cub and he's protecting the cub from people who want to do weird experiments on it.
Right.
So he had to get permission from the powers that be at Disney to
Here's
do
a
this.
here's an interesting parallel, and kind of Christmas related as well. Do you know that the Snowman movie was going to be shown prior to E.T., but Steven Spielberg saw the Snowman and decided that it was too similar to the story of E.T.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they didn't do it.
Wow.
Similar thing.
Thereby, nobody's ever heard of the Snowman.
Just disappeared.
Just disappeared, melted away.
Melted away, yeah.
There you go.
And also, right, the Harrison Ford did a similar thing though when he did Han Solo. When he did the Han Solo character, and then Tom Selleck was touted for Raiders, but couldn't do it because of Magnum PI, and then he stepped in. But did they not see? They didn't ask Harrison Ford because they saw it as a kind of similar type of character.
I think so, yeah.
You know,
yeah, because they really wanted Magnum PI because he was like a big box office at the time. But apparently, Glenn A. Larson and George Lucas didn't see eye to eye because of the whole ILM thing, and so he wouldn't loan him out.
So this is kind of similar to that situation. This is this you could see this as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
To his Han Solo of Star Wars. Also, there's another example of that I was going to say. No, it's gone. It's gone. Gone forever.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Anyway, for those of you who don't know, The Last of Us is based on a Sony multi-million-dollar game, which is very popular with the youth of today.
Very good, and this could be good. Yeah.
Also, the creator of Chernobyl, so I'm assuming it's 4 episodes again.
Yeah.
Anyway, The Owl House season 3. Don't know what that is. Let's skip over it.
Yeah, I don't think it's for us.
How I Met Your Father.
No.
Poker Face. Do you know who Poker Face is? It's Rian Johnson's.
Is it?
Yep.
Really?
So Glass Onion director Rian Johnson is sticking with the director genre in the new Peacock show, Peacock. Poker Face, starring Natasha Lyonne as Charlie Cale, a woman who travels the country, solves crimes using a mysterious ability to tell when people are lying.
She's in Russian Doll.
She is indeed, yes.
Which was good. I never watched the second season, but the first one was good.
Of surprise to no one, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a guest star. Because he's lucky. In every single. He's the J.J. Abrams, that guy that's in Heroes.
Yeah, the beardy guy.
Yeah, the beardy guy. Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt wasn't in Glass Onion, though, was he?
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Bong. He was the early chime of the island.
Go away, was he?
Yep.
Oh, for God's sake. That was his part.
That was his part. He was the early chime.
I don't think I'd see that as being a friendly thing, giving me that part in that movie.
Well, if you get paid like 50 grand for it, you would say yes.
Yeah, I suppose.
You've only got to record one line.
Yeah.
Wolfpack, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Which is a spin-off of Teen Wolf.
She's back.
So, yeah, doing a spooky TV show again. She's going to play an investigative reporter and stuff. I don't know. I have zero interest in Teen Wolf. I never really liked the movie with Michael J. Fox.
So is it to do with is it a Teen Wolf spin-off? What is it?
Yeah, it's so Wolfpack's an entirely new story. After a wildfire brings out a strange creature, 2 teens discover they are now werewolves and must find their pack and learn how to survive.
No, but is it linked to the Teen Wolf?
Yes, it's in the universe. It's in the Teen Wolfiverse.
Is it the not multiverse?
Teen Wolfverse.
What do they call it?
TV verse.
The
verse. The verse. No, the verse is something else. That's Firefly.
Why do they'll kind of have expanded universe? That's what it is, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there was Casualty. There was Casualty 1912 or whatever there was, and Holby City and all that kind of. They all have those kind of spin-offs. And there's also Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago ER, whatever it's called.
Oh, well, there's a CIA. What do you call it? What's the
CSI as well.
CSI.
Yeah.
God, there's millions of them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And everybody's got a favourite.
No.
But they're all wrong because CSI Vegas is the best one.
Yeah.
The original one, not the CSI Vegas new one, which is okay, but it's not as a patch in the first one. And CSI Cyber is the worst one. Moving along, Lockwood and Company. So this is a young adult detective thriller thing, Teenage Ghost Hunters, from the writer-director of Attack the Block.
Oh, this will be good then. It's what would you call him?
Joe
Cornish. This will be good.
So it's based on a book series by Jonathan Stroud. And so
is this a TV series again? Yeah, these are all TV series.
Netflix. Yep. This whole list is TV series.
Okay. Just so I don't have to ask you again.
This list here is all movies.
Oh, look at that list
here.
Right, okay.
Is TV shows.
Well,
so we're not mixing and matching. It's just going to be TV
his
shows.
Last, Joe
so
Cornish,
I can cut it up and make it into two.
Joe Cornish's last movie was The Boy Who Would Be King, I think.
Okay.
And that was a terrific kids movie. Great film.
Joe Cornish.
Yeah.
Joe Cornish.
He was part of Adam and Joe, remember? Adam and Joe.
Oh, right, okay.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he wrote Ant-Man.
Yes, he did.
He wrote The Adventures of Tintin.
He did.
He wrote The Boy Who Would Be King.
Yep.
There you go.
And directed
it, yeah.
Boy Who Would Be King.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done pretty well.
There you go.
Attack the Block was written and directed by him.
Yeah. That's good. John Boyega.
Yeah, that's right. That's where he was first. His big break, yep.
Frozen Planet 2. Okay.
That's already on. I've started watching that, I'm pretty sure.
That's them hugging together because the Emperor Penguins.
Yeah. Do you not watch these ones, these things? Oh, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. Really, really good.
I don't have a 4K TV, so I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, it's great.
You season 4?
Season 4? First one was alright, but I wouldn't. I don't know, they're stretching it out, man.
Sam
stretching it out.
Yeah. Party Down season 3. Now this is interesting because that's Adam Scott there and Martin Starr of Silicon Valley fame. Right. So Party Down had 2 seasons 10 years ago, and this is them doing the 3rd season now.
Okay.
So
never heard of it.
Neither have I. So yeah, apparently that's a thing that's coming to Stars with a Z.
And I take it that's them back in the day.
February 24. No, it's them now.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Back in the day. Look at that guy in the end.
Well, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, then we get into March.
Here's the meat and potatoes now.
Yep. So Mandalorian season 3 premieres on Disney Plus March 1st. So looking forward to the show because we got a wee hint of it, in Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, which turned out to be the Book of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as interesting, and then they put the Mandalorian in there, and we're all like,
I know.
I know.
Sparkly eyes. Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Right. So yeah, they gave us shiny, and now we want more, and now we're getting more. So little Grogu will be back. The man himself, the Mandalorian, will be back.
Well,
Grief Karga's back as well.
Yeah. A lot of people see Mando as Star Wars right now. Really, you know.
Yeah.
That's the go-to at the moment.
Yeah.
And Andor obviously set the bar very high, but don't forget how. We can't forget how good Mando is.
No. Although to be and as much as I love Mandalorian, Andor is is worth the price of admission for a Disney Plus subscription. In my mind.
It's much higher quality in the sense of writing and
honestly, it feels like an HBO show rather than a Star Wars show.
Yeah, but Mando is Star Wars. I think
it's
got
the
swashbuckle and action and all that stuff.
It's also the show that really kind of gave us a Star Wars TV show to start with, and did a really great job of it, and they're still doing a great job of it because season 2 was fantastic. Season 2.1 or whatever we got was amazing as well.
It was. So. I wonder if they'll step a little bit further away from the volume studio thing.
With some dogfights in space, I noticed.
Yeah, because the trailer looks very cinematic to me.
Yeah, and there's also a bit where Bo-Katan is looking through the rain in some palace somewhere. I'm just wondering if that's like a, maybe it's not part of the volume, or maybe it's the other side of the volume, or I don't know.
Looks amazing. It does look amazing in the trailer. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. Shadow and Bone. I don't know what this is.
Shadow and Bone. Never watched this. Didn't watch the first season.
Didn't watch it either.
Shadow and Bone. It looks kind of medieval.
I thought it was David Tennant to start with there, but
no, I recognise him though, but I'm not sure.
Ben Barnes.
Yeah, I do recognise him.
Yeah. Yellow Jackets season 2.
I watched the first season.
Will you be back for season 2?
I don't know, man. I was like, because it was one of those ones that it's like the Charlie Brown cartoon where the ball gets put down and is promised not to be swiped away, before the wee guy kicks it and ends up on his back. You keep getting promised that it's going to be good, and it just for me it never quite delivered. I don't know.
So I just briefly read the synopsis there. It says breakout hit about a girls' soccer team that crash lands in the woods.
Yes.
And it's coming back for a second season. And that's good because it's got 2 timelines worth of mysteries to solve.
Yes.
This sounds very similar to The Wilds, which got cancelled.
Yeah. I kind of get mixed up with those. I really
enjoyed that. The Wilds was actually good. I watched that with Sam.
Do you know what it is? About the Yellow Jackets? The difference between that and the Wilds. The Wilds, I think, was purely for the kids, whereas this has got half and half because their older selves are in it.
Well, young adult, I think the Wilds.
Young adult, sorry. They've got their older selves in it, right? And then it goes back to their younger versions when the kind of plane crash and when their lives changed and stuff.
Right.
So I don't know how they're going to do a second season of it, though, because it seemed quite a kind of rounded story to me. But
yeah, well, they'll figure a way to do it. They'll figure out how to do it.
Oh yeah, can't remember how it ended.
Yellow Jackets because they wear yellow jackets. Is that the reason?
Yeah.
Well done. Thanks. So has Samuel L. Jackson been a scroll? We've done it. Has Samuel L. Jackson been a scroll this whole time? I guess we'll find out in Secret Invasion, which is coming soon.
I hope not.
It seems a bit of a cop out.
A bit Scooby-Doo-ish,
isn't it? I kind of hope it's not as well.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm looking forward to this, by the way. And was it this I read today that Willem Dafoe is going to be back as the Green Goblin in?
What, in Secret Invasion?
I think I read that.
In Secret Invasion?
Oh no, wait a minute, now I'm doubting myself.
That doesn't seem right.
Wait a second. Green Goblin. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'll look up here. Spider-Man Willem Dafoe's Goblin is back for No Way Home.
No.
Oh wait.
No.
2021.
No Way Home's been beaten.
No.
He was definitely in that.
Key to Spider-Man. No. Videos, news. Marvel made me setting up the routine of Green Goblin. This was 2 weeks ago. Yes, Goblin may be an appearance of an old nemesis. Norman Osborn. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm sure
this is a comic book thing.
Anyway, but that was a scoop there that
Oh no, hold on a second.
I didn't quite pull off. Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what this is. Oh, Secret Invasion. Sorry, right. Sorry.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Damn it. I'm so close to a scoop there. So close. But no cigar.
Secret Wars Marvel is MCU. Where's the MCU? Yeah, that's that one. Avengers Secret Wars.
Ah, right, okay.
And then there's Invasion.
So is Avengers Secret Wars the new... Yeah. That's the new Avengers movie then?
Yeah, I think it's the one after...
First new one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the one after Kang and Kudos or whatever it comes back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right,
but this is Secret Invasion. So I think this is their kind of secret underground type show. I'm thinking it might be a bit more Andor-y than
maybe
before. I don't know. But we'll see. So Ben Mendelsohn's back. Yes.
As a Skrull.
I kind of hope he's going to be back for another show next year.
Yes,
that would be nice.
I think he might be.
I think he might be as well.
I think he might be.
We all thought that when that Lambda shuttle appeared, and because they talked about the ISB engineer coming down.
I think we're going to see him. It wasn't him. We're going to see Palps in it. We're talking Andor, by the way, just in case you guys are wondering. Mm-hmm. I think we'll see that. I'm looking forward to that Secret Invasion, though. I think it looks good. I'm up for it.
So it's called an event series. Don't know what that means, which may be an interesting experiment in the now what stale formula of Marvel TV efforts. So
interesting.
See what happens.
I like it.
Riverdale season 7 is a thing. It's happening. Get over it. Succession. Do you watch Succession?
Yeah, I do. I'm not that far. I'm kind of season 1, though. I'm not. Okay. I didn't realize it was 4 seasons. Well,
it's 4 seasons.
Coming on, it was 4th season. Bloody hell.
Yeah. You could probably do that in one day.
What, Succession?
No, 4 seasons.
4 seasons in one day. Crowded House. Or Scottish Weather.
That's right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Tiny Beautiful Things. I don't know what this is.
What is that?
There's no such thing as too much Catherine Hahn. In addition to starring in next year's Agatha Coven of Chaos, Hahn will star in Hulu's Tiny Beautiful Things. The drama is based on Cheryl Strayed's novel of the same name, based on her experience as an advice columnist. Hahn stars as Claire, a writer with a floundering marriage and a complicated relationship with her teenage daughter, who suddenly gets the opportunity to give her life advice in her own column.
Okay.
So there you go. Also guest stars Laura Dern and Reese Witherspoon.
Might be okay. Don't know.
Might be okay. Loki season 2.
Yep. All in.
Once again, I just want to say that was the best season of Doctor Who we've had in a long time, and I'm looking forward to.
I always think of it that way as well.
I always think of it that way as well. I actually think he'd make a great Doctor.
It would be. It would be
if he ever gives up. I mean, there was a lot of running in it for a start, so it felt very Russell T Davies era Doctor Who. So, I really enjoyed it, and he is an omnipotent, almost godlike being. So
Doctor Who.
That's Doctor Who, and that looks pretty much like Gallifrey in the background there. So anyway, although I think that's actually the Mongolian desert, because that's the bit where
that looks like the volume to me.
Yeah, it's very volumey.
Yeah, it is. I think they did a lot of used the volume in that.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of that. Yeah. It's a shame, but I mean, they've got to make these things to a budget. I mean, they can't.
Yeah.
They can't always make Andor. I mean, Andor's on set, on location and stuff, so that's costly.
I also think for lockdown, it made more sense for them to be in an environment that they could control as well.
Definitely, yeah.
But it just you can, now that we know
you can see the edges.
The trick, you can tell the light. It's the lighting and things like that. The way they've, you can just tell now. Yeah.
X-Men 97.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That looks. So this is actually it's a sequel to the X-Men from the 90s, isn't it? It's a direct sequel.
They made video games. Konami made video games for this, or Capcom. I think it was Capcom.
Yeah.
Capcom made X-Men
with those characters, that
with
style
this
character.
sort of style,
yeah.
I
don't know, man. I don't know about that kind of style. It's kind of dated, and I don't know if they're going to update the animation or do something funky with it. The way that it seems to be pretty trendy just now to do that kind of Spider-Verse-esque thing to kind of mix up styles. But I figure this is just going to be
I think this might be straight up
old school
2 frames of animation, filmation type animation. Yeah,
aye. Just a static man with a
exactly. Just a mouth going like that. Yeah. Echo is coming late 2023. So this follows Echo.
The character. I'm not sure about this.
No,
it's a spin-off character from Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yeah.
I'm not sure. So disabled.
Alakwa Cox returns. Yeah, as the.
Is she deaf as well?
She's deaf. Yeah. End of 2021. Well, I mean, Hawkeye is deaf as well. Echo seems to have avenged her father by executing Wilson Fisk, but readers know what happened in the comics. Fisk only lost his eyesight, not his life. And apparently D'Onofrio is indeed signed on for the series. Yes. Because Vincent D'Onofrio is a genius at acting. The man's amazing. Do you remember him as
he's a chameleon?
What's his name? He's not called Gomer Pyle, but he gets called Gomer Pyle by the gunnery sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah.
Like,
that was his first role.
Yeah, that part is just chef's kiss. Just amazing.
That film to me is always, well, it's 2 halves, isn't it? Them in training,
and them in the battlefield, and them in the Isle of Dogs in the Thames.
But the whole story, it's almost like a short story of that guy going down the rabbit hole of going mad, or he's like not cut out for the military,
at all.
And he's great.
Oh, it's fantastic. And he also played the farmer as well, / alien in Men in Black, which is virtually unrecognizable as Vincent D'Onofrio. And he plays the gamekeeper as well in Jurassic World as well.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about him, right? You go, all right, it was.
I know that guy.
Then you have to go back and go, that is him. No way.
Yeah.
It's
fantastic. Mad. Guy's a chameleon. He's brilliant. Anyway, I love the guy. He's really good. Anyhow, Ironheart. So this is the follow-on to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So we see Dominic Thorne return in Ironheart. I don't know anything about Ironheart. She's called Riri Williams.
If James was here, he'd tell us.
Yeah.
But
I know he does deep dives into Marvel stuff. We're just going like whatever we know about Marvel, we get from the MCU. So whatever that says. So yeah, it looks kind of. I guess this is from Wakanda Forever. I don't know. I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I've heard it's a bit.
I did go to the pictures on an opening day though, and want to talk about it after we talk about these movies.
Interesting.
Agatha Coven of Chaos. So I heard it was just called Coven of Chaos now, but
it's changed names Agatha a couple of
Coven
times.
Of Chaos, So this is coming to Disney Plus in 2023 as well. No idea. I think it's like her rising up as a witch. So maybe it's like a period piece or something. I don't know how they do it. Aubrey Plaza is in it.
She's certainly great in WandaVision. And I think
she was good as well in Glass Onion.
Yeah,
underused I thought, but she was good.
Yeah. I don't know if they just. I mean, there's a spin-off now of Alfred the
Pennyworth.
Yeah. Batman's butler, whatever.
Yeah. Batman's Batman.
Yeah. Do we need spin-offs of every bloody character? Do you know that there's a backstory for the skull that gets thrown in Return of the Jedi? Luke Skywalker throws the skull at the Rancor monster. shut the door down on the Rancor monster's neck and kills him. There's a backstory to that skull. Apparently,
the backstory is it belonged to somebody, and then Luke Skywalker threw it at a button. That's the only backstory you need. What was the skull's motivation? About £200 worth of force.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do we need backstories to everybody? No. Might be good.
But having said that, though, we would like to hear more from Ahsoka.
Yes, we do. We do need more backstories. That's the answer. Oh, hello, Ahsoka.
It doesn't matter what you think, Jody. Disney's going to be shoving down backstory. Do you remember there was a Timon and Pumbaa cartoon as well?
Yes, the Lion King.
Because the Lion King 2.5 was from Timon and Pumbaa's.
Those things get released straight to video, DVD and video. So
I know.
Disney
People
Plus
laugh it up.
It's shovelware, isn't it? This isn't though. This looks
no. This is not shovelware. So this is Ahsoka starring Rosario Dawson. Sabrine Wren's in it apparently. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, and do you know who it is? Do you know who's been cast?
Natasha Liu Bordizio. I don't know who that is. That's what it says. It says her.
Oh, all right.
Who did you think it was?
Ewan McGregor's wife.
Oh, apparently not. Ezra's back. Ezra Bridger's in it. Played by this guy.
All right, has that been cast as well?
Eman Esfandi.
Cool.
I don't know who
looks like him.
Is. Yeah, it does. So yeah, they're back.
Cool.
Which is interesting.
Well, what they're saying basically is this is Rebels, the
sequel to Rebels,
live action show that the sequel, them growing up.
Yeah. So that'll be good. Oh, and as well as some guy called Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen, is that am I getting that name right?
I think he was in a few films in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal, no. I heard he actually owns a farm not far from here.
Really?
I wonder if they mean old Hayden.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it does. It's in it's north of Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, it was great to see him back as Darth.
It was, yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
Out of the park.
He did. He really did. He did.
Just goes to show
he had the. Do you know he had the movement? You believed it was Vader, and then the obviously with the voice that they
pieced together the AI. James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones's voice, and it was like perfect. And then when they split, like you were saying there, they put Hayden's voice and
his,
it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
There's so many great things about Obi-Wan, and just
so many bad things.
The wee bits, just kind of, why did you do that?
I know.
It's kind of irritating.
Running through the forest, the chase, and all that kind of stuff.
But overall, yeah.
Overall,
Vader came off brilliantly.
Yeah. American Born Chinese is coming to Disney Plus. I don't know what this is. This is I heard Shell Yeoh's in it. Kia Kwan's in it. Stephanie Zhu's in it. So there's a whole bunch of people in there. Lucy Liu's in it as well.
Disney Plus show.
I think it's animated as well. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Lucy Liu's in it though.
All right, lovely Lucy.
Babylon Berlin season 4. I didn't know
I've seen the first season of that.
I didn't know there was 3 seasons of it.
No, neither did I. I've seen the first season. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I've not seen it. Blind Spotting. Don't know it.
No.
Citadel. Don't know it.
No.
So they're doing this with Priyanka Chopra and Richard Madden, but they're not doing Night Sky.
What one are we talking about here?
It's Citadel's a sci-fi espionage show, and it's all about, as we know, aside from the fact that it will star Priyanka Chopra and Richard Madden, but it's created by Joe and Anthony Russo, along with ex-ABC studio president Patrick Moran.
Sounds good.
But here's the thing: they're doing that, but they're not doing Night Sky.
Aye. You and I should stand outside
We should.
Prime offices and
should in
with,
Seattle like that, with
yeah,
big placard.
big placards. Night Sky season 2.
We like Sissy.
Mm-hmm.
Stand with Sissy. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Clone High. Don't know what this is.
No.
It looks very Cartoon Network circa early 2000s to me.
It looks like the guy that did the original Clone Wars, Star Wars. What was his name?
Yeah,
Ties
Guinea Kisner. Yeah, that's the guy that did
Samurai Jack.
No.
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh yeah.
Gendy something on his name.
Oh, he did Samurai Jack as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Shut up and take my money. Futurama's coming back.
Is that been off air?
Oh yeah, it was cancelled.
Oh, it was cancelled, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's
so
back.
Hulu bringing it back.
Oh, that's nice.
Good news, everyone.
Good.
Futurama's back. Apparently, John DiMaggio was like, I don't really want to do it, and now he's going, okay, they give me more money, so he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yippee!
Woo-hoo! So that's good. Billy West is back. I don't know who else is back, but yeah. What's not to like? Dr. Zoidberg.
Yeah.
Gen V. Viewers of
Gen 5.
So it was Gen V because it's VOS, VOT. It's the V sauce, whatever it's what's it called?
Is that playing on Gen X?
No, it's the boys. It's basically the
Was this a spin-off?
Yeah, it's a spin-off of the R-rated superhero dramedy. So it takes place in Godolphin University, a VOT international university for suit-up teenagers. And if you thought superheroes and the boys were messy, violent, impulsive, and dangerous, just imagine them before their brains are fully developed.
Oh God, I'm frightened to watch it.
So it's Patrick Schwarzenegger's in it though.
All right.
So
he was in.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
God, what was he in?
Pretty sure he was in something. He's in a few things.
He was in something lately we watched, and I was like surprised it was Arnie's son.
Warning, Moxie. No. Terminal List.
No.
The Staircase.
Yes, The Staircase.
He played Todd Peterson.
He played the son, one of the sons. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, he did not play the alcoholic son.
No, he didn't. No, it wasn't him. No, that was the actor.
The guy that went off to Cabo and all that kind of stuff.
Was that not the guy that was in the Chronicle and Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man? Is that not that actor?
Maybe.
I think so.
Anyway, so Gen V is a spin-off of The Boys because, of course, we need backstories.
Always
with the backstories.
We've just discovered that tonight.
Yeah,
yep.
We have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Abel Tesfaye, better known as The Weeknd. So it's the Euphoria creator. He's doing something else. Lily Rose Depp's in it as well, and yeah, The Idol.
Right. Okay.
There you go. The Legend of Vox Machina. Don't know what that is.
No, I never watched the cartoon.
Never Have I Ever season 4.
No,
didn't know there was 3 seasons of that before.
Never heard of it. Never ever heard of it.
Never ever.
However, I have heard of this.
Severance, which this still reminds me of the bit in Snatch where he says, "This is us flinching," but notice the only one that's not flinching is the pikey.
Yeah.
Yes, they're back in 2023.
Excellent.
You've been given instructions off screen.
No, I don't know what happened there. Oh, heating's gone off.
Oh, okay. And then to finalize it there, we've got there's 3 Body Problem, True Detective, Night Country, The Witcher season 3. There's a ton of these things, and then finally there's a whole bunch of Star Trek shows as well that are coming out in 2023. And that's your weekly roundup of what's happening in 2023.
Whew.
TV show wise,
you still get the movies to go through.
I know.
Crikey.
Have you met BD1?
Is that Lego?
That is Lego, yeah.
It's Lego. It's good.
It's about the same height actually as BD1 should be.
We built a Boba Fett's Boba Fett's spaceship, as it's now known.
Oh yeah, I have Boba Fett's spaceship now, as it's now known as well.
Slave One. They're not allowed to use that word on YouTube.
One.
So it's Boba Fett's spaceship.
Yep.
Which was a nice little kit.
Yep.
Nice kit. Enjoyed it.
Um,
Every 5 minutes, Danny's like, I can't find this bit, and I'm like taking a bit off the model and putting it on the other side. There it is.
See, what you need to do is you need to do knolling.
Oh, what's that?
That's where you get all the bits and you lay them out on the table.
Oh no, I did. To be fair.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Aye.
Because that's honestly that bit is the moment of zen.
Yeah.
That's the bit where you kind of lay things out and you go, okay, here's all the grey bits and here's all the red bits, and they're kind of in big order.
It started off that way and then kind of...
And then eventually just dumped out packet 4. Yeah. Dumped out all the packets.
No, I was going to do that and I was like,
no, don't do that. No, that's the worst thing you can do because you'll never find anything. And there's too much stuff.
Yeah.
To do that. You can imagine doing that with like the Titanic or one of the UCS ones. Just dump out everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be there forever. Do you want to go for a break just now? Because this is gonna go long.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go for a break.
Just a quick one.
Aye. Hello.
Hello.
Right. Let's go through this, man. This is a fair amount of stuff. All right. Let's go down the list. Did you know that Super Trooper, not the like $1 million trooper, Gary Cooper. We could sing that whole song now. It's out of copyright.
Let's do that next week.
Yeah, just the two of us. Just the two of us.
I can do that
one. Megan is the first one. January 6th it came out, which was Friday there. Went to the pictures and I saw it.
Did you?
I did. Sam was eager to watch it. She thought it was going to be amazing. To be honest, as good as it was, and I did enjoy it, most of the stuff you see in the trailer is pretty much what the movie is.
I'll tell you what I've heard, though. Mm-hmm. It's been billed as a horror movie, but it's not really a horror film.
Not really, no.
It's more of a thriller, I've heard.
It's more thriller, it feels a bit more sci-fi, so it's a bit more kind of preachy. Mm-hmm. It's all about, like, screen time and being a responsible parent and all that kind of stuff, and basically sort of a morality play than anything else. So I liked it because me, I like pure sci-fi. When it's like that, the kind of Star Trek type stuff.
It's getting good reviews.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like a Twilight. It felt like a Black Mirror episode.
Aye.
And there's nothing wrong with feeling like a Black Mirror episode. So good. Yeah, I recommend it. It's really good. They're all great in it. The little kid that plays the girl, I can't remember the girl's name. Katie. Oh God, I can't remember the girl's name now. Anyway, she's really good in it. Violet McGraw. And Alison Williams is good as well. She was in Girls, I think, on HBO. She plays the aunt. And yeah, the doll is really creepy.
Yeah,
like it's Chucky level creepy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. No, I've seen it.
Yeah, and there's a few. There's a kind of Willy Wonka theme through it as well, which is kind of neat as well. I like the way they did it. Anyway, You People is coming to Netflix on January 27th. I think this is getting a cinematic release as well. So this is Jonah Hill. He's marrying into a black family, and it's the sort of the play on like white guy marrying into a black family. So Eddie Murphy's in it, Julie Louis-Dreyfus is in it, Lauren London, Mike Epps, Nia Long, Rhea Perlman, Dave Duchovny's in it, and some guy called Jonah Hill's in it as well. As you can see there.
Is this by the same people that did Don't Look Up and Vice? And
I don't know.
I get that vibe off that.
Kenya Barris, best known for creating Blackish, directed the feature. He also co-wrote it with Jonah Hill.
All right, okay.
There you go.
That'll be good, man. I think Jonah Hill's pretty talented, actually.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be
good. Infinity Pool. I don't know if you've seen this trailer for this. So this is Brandon Cronenberg. Any relation to David?
Okay.
I think he is. I think it's his son. Alexander Skarsgård of the Skarsgård family of Skarsgårds. Mia Goth and Cleopatra Coleman, who was in Last Man on Earth.
Right.
Remember she's the Australian in Last Man on Earth.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So they go to this escape thing, like a kind of retreat type thing, and it turns it into a cult type thing. So it feels a bit Midsummer, that kind of vibe to it. You should watch the trailer. The trailer's really good.
Right, okay.
But we don't have time to show the trailer, so if you do want to see it, then you need to
take
watch
a note.
It yourselves.
Take a note.
Take a note of the trailer.
Sounds good.
In fact, I'll release these pages. I'll put a link in the pages in the Facebook page. So if you go to fb.me/superkellybros, you'll see the pages there.
It's very kind of you.
Knock at the Cabin is a M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. M. Night Shyamalan. Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff. They said it couldn't be done to get them in the room together, but they did it.
Yeah.
so they're in a movie together, and basically the thesis is this: four strangers. What's his face is in it as well? Rupert Grint's in it. I don't know if you know this story about this.
I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, so four strangers turn up at a cabin, and there's a gay couple, and their child are in the cabin, and the four people say you have to kill one of your family, or else the world ends. It's the apocalypse, and they have to decide which one of them has to die, and that's the sort of premise of the movie. And I was like, oh, this looks good, and that's knock off a Cabin in the Woods.
I've got Paul heckling. It's not Paul. It's not.
What is it? I've never saw Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods was if it's the one I'm thinking of, it was like a sci-fi thing. It was done like as if it was like
Hemsworth was killed within the first 10 minutes.
Aye. It was done like a kind of as if it was going to be a horror thing, but it was actually
it was an experiment or something.
It was reality more like the TV Cube. Show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye. Felt like that.
Yeah. I mean, it is a cabin in the woods. So there is that. Magic Mike's Last Dance. Hi, Paul. Happy New Year, Paul.
Happy New Year, indeed.
How's the Renault doing?
Yeah, I saw you ripping up floorboards.
I saw you up to here.
Aye. Yeah.
In floorboards. I saw the trailer for this. I have absolutely no desire to go and see this whatsoever. Like I have not the other ones. No. So yeah, you keep your Magic Mike Last Dance. Salma Hayek's in it, but. Adamant and the Wasp is in Quantumania.
Yes, that looks good.
So this is part of the MCU, obviously. Peyton Reed's back again, so this is his third Ant-Man movie.
Yeah. Well, the first one was supposed to be Edgar Wright, if you remember rightly.
That's right. The story was by him.
And it was Joe Cornish that we spoke about earlier.
He was supposed to direct it?
The two of them were... No, it was Edgar Wright was directing. Joe Cornish wrote it.
Right, okay.
And Edgar Wright removed himself for whatever reason. Yeah. And Peyton Reed
stepped in.
Finished it.
Yeah.
Because Edgar Wright, there's moments of Edgar Wright all over the first Ant-Man.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Still recovering.
Aren't we all, Paul? I
think he's done a bit of renovation. Been up to here in floorboard.
Oh yeah, up to his chest and floorboards.
Yeah.
Not many folk can say that.
No, it's true. No.
Aye, so yeah, this looks more like a kind of Avengers style epic. You know, when you watch the trailer for this, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. But please watch it yourselves. This is Linoleum. I don't know what this is. Jim Gaffigan. Reese Horn.
He's a good comedian.
Yeah, she's good as well. Tony Shalhoub's in this as well. That's good. He's a good actor. I don't know what this is though. It was in South by Southwest and people liked it. Reminds us of American Beauty and Think of Ending Things in Magnolia.
All right. So, interesting.
There you go.
Okay, I'm up for it.
Although this bit here looks a bit like Night Sky, and I don't want to keep on harping on it. Night Sky.
Yeah, it does a bit.
He's got a kind of like suit on there. He's got NASA there. And I don't know. Just looks a bit like that. One of my favorite movies, I'm hoping, of 2023 will be this one, which is Cocaine Bear, based on bizarrely a true story of a bear who gets knocked up on
cocaine. Yeah, it's been pimped up though, isn't it? The true story, I think. The bear
based on a true story.
Dies like, you know,
as a massive coronary and dies.
But this bear like parties and kills folk and
rips the leg
off. It looks brilliant.
People.
So far, all these look brilliant.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Every single one I want to see so far.
We're not
apart
even
from Magic
March.
Mike.
No, apart from Magic Mike. Yeah. Creed 3. I haven't watched the other two, so I will probably give this on this as well.
Yeah.
I kind of lost it with the Sylvester, the Rocky franchise stuff. I think he's not in this one, and I think he's done with Rocky. So,
well, he's not. He's been forced to be done with it. He's not happy about it.
Oh, isn't he?
No, it's his baby, and he's been kind of bought out type thing. He's not happy about it at all. Good. No, it's not good.
It's
a shame.
Felicia Rashad's in it as well. It's interesting. Scream 6, the last Scream movie I saw was Scream 2, I think.
That wasn't yesterday.
That was not yesterday, no. So that's coming out. So Jenny Ortega's in it. Hayden Panettiere's in it. Courtney Cox.
Yeah, that last one got good reviews though. It was kind of, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Neve Campbell's not in it though.
No.
She's gone.
I'm out then.
Yeah. March 17th will bring us 65, which is Adam Driver plays a crazy archaeologist who goes around shooting up velociraptors and T-Rexes and things, which looks amazing.
It does look amazing. I'm up for that as well. Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods. First one was good.
Great. First one was fantastic.
So I'll be looking forward to that in March 17th. Lucy Liu's in it. Zachary Levi returns obviously as
Helen Mirren.
Shazam. Yep. Damon Hounsu is in it as well. Guy who famously said in Guardians of the Galaxy, "Who?" Anyway.
Anyone?
Bueller. Anyone?
Bueller.
Hesper and Calypso, they're the ones that are the baddies. Apparently, they come down and wreak havoc on men. John Wick. How is this guy still alive?
Man, I tell you, I've seen all three, and they gradually get worse.
They do, don't they? They do, don't they?
The third one was not good at all.
No, the third one was.
Second one was okay.
Yeah.
First one was great.
Yeah.
This one's going to be. This could go either way, I suppose. But the way they've been going, trajectory down.
Ian McShane's back in it though.
Well, he's the man.
He's not a spring chicken. So
no, he must have some agent, by the way, because he's in some great stuff.
I know. American Gods. He plays Mr. Wednesday.
Nice, great.
He's only got one eye.
It must have been Deadwood that must have done it for him. Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh well, it could have been.
Lovejoy repeats on PBS.
Could have been Lovejoy.
You know what it was? It probably was Lovejoy repeats on PBS. That's probably what everybody's going. This guy's really good.
Aye, it's always had that craggy face even back then.
I think he was 30 back then as well.
Was he really?
I think it was 40 years ago. Lovejoy.
Wow.
So he's in his 70s now. So yeah, he's in his mid 30s.
He's doing well. Good on him.
Good on him. Dungeons. Why is Dungeons and Dragons still a thing? Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I've really annoyed a bunch of geeks out there. Sorry.
I know. Have you seen the trailer for this, by the way?
No.
It's very self-aware, very funny.
Different show. Oh wait, Michelle Rodriguez is in it.
It's funny.
And Hugh Grant as well. All right.
It looks pretty good.
Okay. I mean, the last big fantasy one was Warhammer.
Yeah, of that type. Yeah.
What's this?
I saw a trailer for
Ennismen.
I'd like a Kelly Bros live reaction if possible. Ennismen. I feel like I've heard of that one.
I don't know what that is.
Google it. Have we got time? Let's just go through the list. We'll do that. We'll look at that one.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll look at it.
We will look at it.
We're on March just now. We'll be through this in no time.
Yeah.
Heart of a Lion. It's about George Foreman. Okay. Again, boxing.
Well, we've had Muhammad Ali and Foreman documentaries already.
James is in there. TV Foundation in the summer. That's good. That's coming back. Why was that not mentioned in that list? Ted Lasso and Clarkson's Farm is coming back as well.
No. Foundation's coming back.
Lists. Oh yeah. Season 2. It's gonna be awesome. It's a me, Mario.
This looks awesome.
April 7th. Does look really good. I like the second trailer. I thought it was really good as well.
Second trailer's fantastic.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah.
Chris Pratt is Mario and Charlie Day is Luigi. Anna Taylor-Joy, Princess Peach. Who wants more Nicolas Cage? We all do.
Yes.
Oh, there's a trailer for Foundation as well.
Oh, is there?
Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult.
The two Nicks.
The two Nicks. Aquafina's in it as well. So that's good. She's awesome. This is an interesting premise. So Nicholas Hoult is Renfield's butler, but James Mason essentially, and he's got superpowers, and he sort of like kills people for Renfield. It's got a kind of the master. Here, the master. It's got What We Do in the Shadows type vibes to it.
It does, yeah. Which is a bit
feels a bit like it.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame because it does feel a bit of a rip-off.
Yeah.
But it looks hell of a good. It looks a lot of fun.
Because What We Do in the Shadows is based on the Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clemens movie called What We Do in the Shadows.
Aye. Funnily enough.
Evil Dead Rise.
That looks awesome.
This is us in April, by the way.
I know.
So it's two sisters. They find the Necronomicon in the basement of their apartment building. And don't say Klaatu, Naratu.
Don't say it.
Other one. Yeah. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. That's a thing. So based on the 1970s novel, it's coming of age dramedy. Follows a 6th grader who moves from New York City to New Jersey. For that reason, I'm probably out. It's not for me, I don't think.
Paul's saying
playing Face Off.
Paul's saying they're on a Cage Fest, Nick Cage Fest. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been down the rabbit hole with Nicolas Cage many times.
Nicolas Cage.
Fantastic.
Also, what's the wise? Do not buy cheap $10 headphones because the little bit of plastic there is cutting into my ear and it's really sore.
Diddums.
I know. Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is the first of many Marvel movies that are coming out this year. Sorry, it's not the first of them. What was I talking about?
Quantumania was the first.
Quantumania was the first. This is the second of many that are coming out. So the crew are back, but for how long? Because apparently there's not going to be that many of them making it out of this movie alive.
Dave Bautista.
Dave's tapped out.
He's tapped out.
He's like, I'm not doing it anymore. I've had it. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hope they keep Mantis and Rocket because I genuinely like those characters, and to be honest, I like Groot as well because I feel that he's got more emotion than Drax.
But is Chris Pratt? Is he going to continue?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
And there's what's her face, Nebula as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. And the other guy, the James Gunn's brother.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. He's got the
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The arrow thing.
The arrow. Somebody said, "Why is this not called Fast 10 Your Seatbelts?" Which I thought was quite funny.
That is fun.
But they went with Fast X for Fast 10. In the shape of a headlamp there. Vin Diesel's back. Jason Statham is back. No Rock.
Fell out.
Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, but he said he was coming back for 10, but now he said he's going to come back for 11 and 12. So I don't know what's happening there. John Cena's back. Jason Momoa, they've managed to pull in. Captain Marvel herself. Brie Larson's in there. Tyrese is back. Chris is back. Jordana's back. The whole crew's back. Scott Eastwood's back as well as Little Nobody. Helen Mirren's still in there for some bizarre unknown reason.
Well,
she's part of the Fast
but franchise. That's she's in Hobbs and Shaw.
I know, she's
Statham's mum.
Yeah, she's Shaw's mum. So, Charlize Theron's in it as well. So just
some cast. Bloody hell.
I know. It's like the MCU. It just pulls. This is, by the way, this is the only franchise that Universal has got. So they have to milk it as much as they can.
A lot of people walked out the last one because it was just over the top.
Well, I didn't walk out because I was in a drive-in, so I would have had to drive out of it.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, it would have been embarrassing. I have to go back and get my car if I would have walked out of it.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid.
What a shame.
Please stop remaking.
I feel as if this was out ages ago. The amount of times I've heard of it and seen the trailer and blah blah blah.
Why are they just? I know why they're doing it because of copyright and all that kind of stuff, but do we need to have another rendition of Little Mermaid, another rendition of The Lion King, another rendition of?
They're going to do it with everything.
Beauty and the Beast and Pinocchio and all these things. It's like the Pinocchio one is arguably 1,000 times worse than the original one.
2,000, some would say.
1,000,000 times, 1,000,000,000 times. It should never have been made, is what I'm trying to say. Tom Hanks phoned his performance in. The whole thing about drinking root beer being bad is a terrible idea. It's
Make
awful.
it beer. Have them smoke cigars. Come on.
Have them smoke cigars. Yeah. Show a little bit of backbone. Because the whole point is the morality. It's the other one as well that I really hated as well, where Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where Indy says Jesus Christ and his dad slaps him and he says, "That's for blasphemy."
Yes.
They cut that out of the BBC broadcast of it because it was blasphemous and it was on Christmas Day. But that's a good example of someone being punished for blaspheming. You shouldn't say that. It's not a nice thing to say. And so he gets punished for it. So that's a better way to do it rather than just cutting the thing out.
Are you comparing Indiana Jones to Pinocchio here?
Sure.
Let's move on.
Right. Anyway, Disney, please stop remaking these things. It's getting tired. I don't get. There's a whole big controversy, and it's like it's pointless. The whole point is you're remaking The Little Mermaid.
I wonder how long it's going to. I wonder how long it's going to take them to run out of all the old cartoons, and then start remaking
again.
But then they'll start remaking the Encanto and things like that that've just frozen.
They're gonna have to do they're gonna have to do a live action version of The Incredibles or something.
That'd be fun.
There you go. See, the high point of indie films really was.
Certainly was. Yeah,
because it went downhill from there. That's for sure.
Yeah, Crystal Skull has its moments, but I still reckon the
ants, Jody.
I still reckon
the ants, the sword fight.
Yeah, well, that's the monkeys.
The monkeys.
Oh God.
The fridge.
People go on about the fridge, but the fridge is not the worst bit in that film.
No.
But anyway, there's some good bits in it.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, June 2nd. We're now almost halfway through the year.
Jeez.
This looks good. They're upside down there. Don't know if anyone else has noticed that. Yeah, looks good. The people who were involved in the first one are back and so on. So yeah,
this should be good. It's part 1 of 2, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. Part 1 of 2. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah. It looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Strays. This isn't from Strays though. I don't know. I think this may actually be from Spirit.
The Rookie, or what was that movie?
I don't know. So this is from Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Will Forte, Isla Fisher, Randall Park. So it's Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. Never saw it.
Yeah. I never saw it, but I know what it is.
It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's going to be good then.
And it's it's an R-rated live-action comedy centering around talking dogs.
Oh. Why is Will Ferrell?
I don't know.
That's one of his old films.
I know that it feels that Spirited or something. Anyway.
That's the one with the bears. The bear that he fights a bear as a part of the promotion, is it not? No.
I don't know.
He's a basketball player. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Asteroid City, June 16th. This is Wes Anderson.
Cool.
Tom Hanks.
That is him.
Tom Hanks, Steve Carell, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Edward Norton, Jason Schwartzman, again, because that's we were talking about directors' favorite go-to people.
Yep.
Tilda Swinton, arguably as well. Adrian Brody, arguably as well. Jeff Goldblum. I've seen a pattern here.
Is Jason Schwartzman Talia Shire's son?
Yes.
Aye. From the Rocky films.
Good question. Why is Will Ferrell?
Did one of us say that? We must have done.
Must have done, yeah.
Yeah. Why is Will Ferrell? Yes. No, give me this. I liked it.
Yep. It's a lot of his previous collaborators are in this as well. Obviously.
Is Bill Murray in it?
I don't know, but they might be keeping up for a quiet. Oh, look, it's him. Oh, Rita Wilson's in it.
Aye.
What a history that gig.
The Postal Service thing that he had out was quite good. That was his last movie.
I don't think I saw it.
Whatever it was called, I can't remember. But the hotel one was fantastic.
The Grand Budapest.
Oh, I loved that film.
So good.
It. So good. So good. So funny.
It's one of my favorite movies. Is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
It's terrific. It really is terrific.
Yeah, really watchable. So this is Pixar.
Pixar running out of ideas.
Pixar running out. What if Elements had feelings? or to quote, to paraphrase Paul, why Elements?
What if Pixar was clutching at straws?
Yeah. So this is, I'm assuming she's fire, he's ice, and they don't get to see eye to eye, or they'll melt each other's hearts.
Yeah, something like that. It's like Edward Scissorhands with his scissor hands, and he can't hug Winona Ryder because he might stab her to death.
That's right. Yeah. Not interested.
That's what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
It might be better than that, but I don't know. I don't know.
The Flash.
Whoa!
It's finally coming out. Apparently,
wow.
Ron Livingston's in it as well. Wow. So this is coming out June 16th this year. Finally.
Wow.
Some guy called Michael Keaton's in it as well. And Ben Affleck.
Surely his career's over. If they release this... What if they release this and this is like a $2 billion movie? Are they going to do a sequel with him in it?
I mean, it might do a sequel.
I'm amazed that they're releasing this at all.
Yeah. I don't know. Michael Shannon's in it. Does that mean that's General Zod? Or is he playing a different character?
Very good point.
Don't know. Unclear. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. The more I read about this, the more I'm getting Crystal Skull flashbacks.
No.
Yeah.
Come on. No, this looks good, man.
Mm-hmm. It's basically it's a trip down Indiana Jones's timeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at the very end, they'll rewrite it, and Indiana Jones will never have happened, and some other person will be Indiana Jones now. No, that's my biggest worry.
That's Paul. You're right.
Yeah,
that is utterly.
But every Indiana Jones has got a terrible name. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark's not a great name.
Dial of Destiny's terrible though.
Temple of Doom's an awful name.
Dial of Destiny sounds like the point-and-click adventures you used to get on the Amiga.
Fate of Atlantis.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like one of those crap.
Hey, they were good.
No, the games were good, but the titles were crap.
Yeah, the titles were crap. Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, Mads Mikkelsen's in it. They get Toby Jones for this because he's amazing and everything.
Oh, he's brilliant. He played bloody Mannering in the Dad's Army movie.
He did. Why did they not do a sequel to that? That was good.
Because it bombed.
But it was good. I mean, it wasn't even a bit in it. They took the source material and they lovingly updated it. Because people who had actually watched the bloody show wrote this, and they understood the source material and they understood how they could bring it into this century, and they did a good job of it.
That film is perfectly cast for me.
Bill Nye as John LeMessurier.
Unbelievably good.
Just so good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not a great film, but I think the nostalgia thing is for us.
It's the best Dad's Army film I've seen, and I've seen 3 of them. So,
I don't know about that, but perfectly cast.
Brilliant. Really. Oh man, love that show.
I'm looking forward to Indy. Can't wait.
Insidious, Fear the Dark. They're still making Insidious movies. Great. Well done. Dead Reckoning Part 1. We're all with the Part 1s this year.
Yep.
This is us officially into the second half of the year.
Holy moly. Yeah, I'm up for this. These are good films.
Yep. I'm
Tom
looking
Cruise is bonkers, man.
I know.
It's crazy.
But he's such a great film star.
He's a brilliant film star.
He's so good. It's just high spectacle, and it's a cast of thousands in this. Carrie Elwes is in this. Ving Rhames is back. Obviously, Simon Pegg's back. Rebecca Ferguson's back. Vanessa Kirby's in here now. Haley Atwell. Shea Wiggum. He's fantastic.
It's funny.
I bet you don't know who Shea Wiggum is, but if I show you a picture of him, you'll be like, "Oh, that guy."
Not sure, but I tell you what, it was never a kind of ensemble thing. All right, okay.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
It was never an ensemble cast. It was just like him really and a female. But now it's like a team, isn't it? Since the J.J. Abrams, I think.
Yeah,
that sort of Simon Pegg and stuff.
Mission Impossible was a team effort. The show was a team, so it makes sense that it's not just his mission.
They're really good films. See the movie. I can't remember what one it is. When they're in the corridor with the screen.
Yeah, another one you mean. Yeah, and they're moving forward.
Man, that is such a good scene.
That's the volume.
Aye,
that's essentially the volume. Yeah, because it's all about where the camera, where the viewer's eye is.
Yeah.
Which is the camera in this case. This looks good. Chris Nolan, Cillian Murphy, as Oppenheimer. So Destroyer of Worlds.
Cillian's terrific, isn't he? He's a great actor.
He is good.
And it wasn't until I watched Peaky Blinders actually I thought, God, he's really good, man. He's really good. And I had seen Tenet, right? But we watched Inception, and Danny followed it, and then I said, right, let me melt your brain completely, and we watched Tenet, and I still get lost in that film completely. It's like, whoa, blows my mind completely.
I thought it was okay, Tenet.
The action sequences are terrific.
Yeah. And let me put it this way: in Tenet, I wasn't bored as I was in Inception. There's bits of Inception where I'm just like,
no, I think between the two, I think Inception's a better film.
You think
it's more coherent? I think. I think so. Yeah. Tenet is Nolan off the scale.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Bonkers stuff. Barbie, July 21st. No,
I don't know, man. No, too pink.
Michael Cera's in it. Kate McKinnon's in it.
Is he in it? I like him actually. I think he's funny.
Yeah. The Marvels coming July 28th. So you get the Captain Marvel there, and you got Ms. Marvel, the S there. Tiona Paris is back as well. She plays Photon, I think the character is. Again, James would correct us.
I'm kind of surprised that this is a movie, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
It seems a bit random.
Yeah,
it seems a bit Disney Plus-ish to me.
Yeah, they could probably have done a Disney Plus thing a bit. They're going with a movie, so I
wouldn't
guess
have happened if Bob Iger was there.
Bob Iger's back, Jody.
No, but but this happened in
right on
Paycheck's watch.
The other guy's watch. Yeah, talking of that. There once was a ride called Pirates of the Caribbean, and they decided to make a movie franchise of it, and it was very successful. And they decided, let's try that with the Haunted Mansion, and it did not work.
No,
it's a shame because it's actually a good movie. Eddie Murphy's in it. It's very funny. In fact, Terence Stamp's in it as well. He plays the butler.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun, good family film.
It's a good fun time movie. So anyway, they've decided they're going to remake it.
Right, okay.
Because that's what Disney does now, is just remake the classics. So they've remade The Haunted Mansion, starring Rosario Dawson, Lakeith Stanfield, Owen Wilson. Wow. Tiffany Haddish, Winona Ryder, Dan Levy, Jared Leto. Yay. Danny DeVito and Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Madame Leota. So we'll see. I really enjoyed the first one. I don't. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. I'm not excited about it.
Neil Blomkamp has finally got off his backside and directed another movie, so that's good.
Good. I like him.
Dave Harbour
is Gran Turismo, as in the game.
As in the game.
Oh,
yeah.
This is
to me.
I know what this is. This is sorry, I know what this is. This is a true story.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Aye. It's to do with
Gran Turismo might be the most surprising game to get a movie adaptation. This popular racing series comes to the big screen as a story of a teenage driver trying to become a race car driver with the help of his trainer played by David Harbour. We can probably assume based on the game that Gran Turismo will show the span of the driver's career from low-level races to big competitions. Yeah. It sounds like an odd one for the fans of the game, but it could be just a damn good racing movie. So it's not
maybe it's not a true story, but it's like
it's his life story.
It's like a story of a gamer in competitive gaming.
Oh, who becomes a racing car driver?
I think so. Mm-hmm. I think it's a true story.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Challengers. I don't know what this is. A romantic sports comedy film starring Zendaya. That doesn't look like a romantic comedy sports thing there, but anyway.
Does it? They've got the wrong characters in, don't they?
I know. So she's the coach and wife of a tennis star who's seen better days. Okay. Yeah, great. Blue Beetle is a superhero, Latinx. And strangely enough, they didn't can this one when they were canning all the other DC stuff. They kept this one. So this is still on the roster for August 18th. So Blue Beetle. Don't know anything about this character. I can hear James screaming at the TV.
Paul might know. James might know.
Yeah.
We don't
know. Yeah. No. Untitled Please Don't Destroy comedy. Don't know who they are.
No.
What they're from. Saturday Night Live, maybe? I don't know. Oh, yeah, they are. Saturday Night Live.
Are they?
Yeah, they do short things in Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Yeah, they're okay. The Nun?
No.
Next Goal Wins, which is Taika Waititi's new thing with Rhys Darby, who's his go-to guy.
I feel like this is another one that's been released.
Yeah.
Already.
So, anyway, this is about the American Samoan football team.
This is true story.
So this is based on a true story. I think Cool Runnings, but with football studs.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter. Aaron Taylor Thompson, fresh from his role on
Johnson.
Sorry, did I say Taylor?
You said Thompson.
Thompson, sorry.
Have you heard the rumblings about him maybe in talks about James Bond? Have you heard those rumblings?
I could see that. Although in that picture there, he looks more like the guy that played the bad guy in the Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, he was really good in Bullet Train.
He's really good in Bullet Train. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not heard that, but you've got to be mid-30s ish to play Bond.
He's in that area, so
he's ballpark. Yeah, I think
he's the right age.
Yeah.
If they're going for a kind of little bit younger Bond, or am I get mixed up with Superman now because they're looking for a Superman as well?
They are looking for Superman as well.
Oh man.
True Love. With John David Washington, who is just talking about, fantastic actor.
That's from Tenet. That picture.
Yeah, Gareth Edwards. So it's been 7 years since Gareth Edwards' last film.
Bloody hell! So he's actually getting to make a new film.
He's getting to make a new film. Yeah.
Crikles.
Not much else is known about this except it's got John David Washington, Alison Janney is in it, Gemma Chan, Ken Watanabe, and Ralph Ineson. So there you go.
I would love to know what happened with the fiasco about Rogue One.
Oh, the Rogue One thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to know because the fact that
wasn't asked back,
wasn't asked to be included in any part of Andor, and it was all Tony Gilroy.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
And Tony Gilroy was the guy that came in to apparently to save it, and he's the showrunner of, and obviously nailed it. Yeah, wow.
The remaking.
No,
the remaking The Exorcist.
Never knew this.
Yeah. There's really no better horror movie than The Exorcist. If you disagree and feel the need to fight me, then come find me. The infamous steps filmed on the George Washington campus now. So they're remaking it 50 years later.
I've read the book of The Exorcist as well.
Really?
That's a scary book. Yeah.
I mean, I like both those actors, but
do you know it's wrong? I feel as if it's just wrong. Somebody wrote that down.
Yeah.
It just seems properly ungodly.
Yeah.
The Exorcist. Of it, all the films or books I've ever read, I've felt it's just not. It's horrible. It's not right.
William Friedkin, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he directed it. It was William something Blatty. Wrote the book.
Saw 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
June Part 2, November 3rd.
Oh yes, please.
So Denis Villeneuve is back with his Part 2. As with everybody else. So Timothy Chalamet's back, Zendaya's back, Josh Brolin's back. Apparently, that's interesting. Wonder how they'll do that. Flashbacks, maybe. Stellan Skarsgård, who was fantastic, is Lord Harkonnen.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista, as I said, Charlotte Rampling, who comes back as the leader of the Bene Gesserits.
Florence Pugh's in it as well.
Flo Poe's in it, yeah. She plays Princess somebody or other. Irulan. And then a whole bunch of other people. Chris Walken's in it as well.
So she's going to play, because the David Lynch version of Dune was a mishmash of parts 1 and 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was kind of smudged together.
It was very, very abridged version of it.
So this is the kind of.
This is much more the sort of, because I think the second one is going to spend more time where he goes to the underground cities, the Fremen, sort of learns their ways, and then he teaches them a few things, because he's obviously got that kind of Bene Gesserit thing going on with a voice.
It's amazing the stuff. Voice. It's amazing the stuff that George Lucas ripped off when you see it. Though,
incredible.
It's,
the spice, by any chance?
The worms,
the worms,
the force, even,
which is the voice of command,
it's amazing what he stole.
Yeah, the chosen one as well, bring balance and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of that. So talking about ripping,
I think, like James said, George took all those ideas and made it fun.
Aye,
June's a bit of a downer.
June is a bit of a downer,
compared to Star Wars, to be fair.
Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Songbirds and Snakes.
Birds and Snakes.
So it's a prequel movie, because obviously you have to explain everything. So they're doing a prequel to it, which I'm assuming will explain how Panem came to power, happened. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Wish is the worst idea for a movie ever, so I'm just gonna
Disney's new thing.
Yeah, it's Disney's new thing. It's basically the land of wishes, and she can't wish, and so she has to learn how to wish or something. I don't know what it is.
It's very Disney-ish.
Anyway, in fact, it's the origin of the star.
Aye, that's what it is. Yeah.
You know that star that flies above the castle and Disney logo before the movies is an instrumental version of When You Wish Upon a Star, please? Well, that star's the centerpiece. It's like
the backstory of the star, the Wish Upon the Star.
Yep.
Wow.
Ariana DeBose, who was last seen in Westworld, and she also played the character Bullet as well in Hamilton. If you all want a reference to that, and of course Alan Tudyk, who is basically Disney's version of John Ratzenberger.
Well, he's KRS-One.
Yes, K2SO.
K2. Oh my god, why can I never get that?
And then
KRS-One's a bloody rapper, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
And then finally, December 15th is the origin story of Willy Wonka.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Timothy Chalamet is back. Rowan Atkinson's in there. Olivia Colman. A whole bunch of people.
I'm up for this. I have to say.
There's also The Color Purple, the musical. That's coming. So maybe interesting.
That'll be full of laughs.
Yeah. Aquaman is back in the Lost Kingdom. Wonder what they'll save from that ended up on the cutting room floor. Is Patrick Wilson's back?
Yeah, but Thingy has been removed from it though, isn't she?
No, she's in it. She's still in it. Amber Heard.
Yeah. Amber Heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonka, I swear that film was out years ago. No.
The remake was, but apparently it's completely different. So this is because Netflix owns the back catalogue of Roald Dahl, isn't it?
Oh, is that a Netflix film?
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Wonka.
Yeah. Paddington. Yeah, I'm sure it's on Netflix.
Was it directed by Paul King, rather?
Paul King, yeah.
Oh, brilliant! It's going to be great. That's going to be great then.
So anyway,
that'll be good. He directed The Mighty Bush.
Oh, did he? Okay. And then there's the actor Air Jordan, and I don't know what that is.
That looks interesting. Weird.
Argyle.
Oh yeah.
And Beau is Afraid. So yeah. And there's a whole bunch of other ones as well, which we can't really go into, but because they're all TBA.
All right. Okay.
But stick with us throughout the year when we reveal the rest of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So, Paul wants us to review on spec Ennis Men.
Yeah.
There's no nudity in this, is there?
Aye. Paddington. That was the one that Paul King directed. Both films. You've seen Paddington, haven't you? You seen Paddington?
No.
Oh, they're great films.
Is they? All right.
Yeah.
Let me present my screen again. Window. Share tab audio.
Here we go, folks.
Ready?
This better not be rude, Paul. We're relying on you here. We're going cold in here. Cold. Which could be a mistake. That's it?
Yeah.
This looks like a 1980s movie.
It does. It feels a bit like US as well.
Looks like a kind of This is brand new.
From 2022, so it's actually last year it came out. I think, according to IMDb anyway. I reckon.
Hello?
This has to be filmed somewhere in Scotland.
That's for real. This looks like one of the trailers before Tropic Thunder or something. Oh no, before
yeah, I know
Death Proof and
yeah.
Remember that one? Don't. Right, Paul. That looks amazing. I'm watching that. Coming soon.
There you go.
Is it a movie or is that just somebody's made a fan, not a fan thing, but a kind of.
Let me look it up. Okay, Ennismen, Cornish for Stone Island is a 2022 psychological horror film written and directed by Mark Jenkin. It was shot in 16mm film, which explains why it's grainy. the film stars John Woodvine, Mary Woodvine, and Edward Rowe. Set in 1973 on an uninhabited island off the Cornish coast, a wildlife volunteer's daily observations of a rare flower turn into a metaphysical journey that forces her, as well as the viewer, to question what is real and what is a nightmare. The film has been well received by critics.
It reminds me of. It looks amazing, by the way, Paul. And thanks for showing it, because that's right up my street. It reminds me of kind of The Lighthouse, and also
Straw Dogs.
I
was getting Straw Dogs from there. Straw Dogs, Wicker Man, that kind of thing.
That kind of vibe.
Not the bees.
Remember the film that was directed by Ben Wheatley, and it was he directed High Rise, right? But before that, he directed this black and white thing about, it was like set in kind of medieval times, where they walked through this field of poppies and they all got high and started hallucinating.
Field in England? A field in England?
Yeah, I think it's that. Mm-hmm. It's Reece Shearsmith that's in it. It's only about 50 minutes long.
Aye.
I get those kind of vibes off it as well.
Yeah, there you go. Field in England.
A field in England, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what that guy's doing now? Meg 2 The Trench. He's gone Hollywood.
Oh, is in the Megalodon?
Yeah. Meg 2.
Oh, I took the boys to see Meg 1. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Meg, it was good. Oh, he's back. Jason Statham's back. Brilliant.
In the second one?
In the second one, yeah.
It's going to be outrageous, the second one.
I love Jason Statham. He's fantastic. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's everything for this year. Do you want to?
Well, can we just mention, because we've kind of been doing all week. We've been doing a sort of.
Oh wow! Just in inflation, you go back to the mid-80s. Wow.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, not everybody's come back to the cinema since COVID. I think you'll see a big difference this year.
I've actually got to say something about that. Holy God! So we went to the cinema on Friday, and I have never seen such disrespect for fellow cinema goers.
Really?
I saw in that. Like, people were on their phones. They had like the torch in the back of the phone. They had that shining down the corridor. There was just people chatting away. It's like, what the hell's going on? If you don't want to watch the movie, go home.
I'd have had to say something.
I was very close to saying it, but they simmered down within about 15 minutes, because it's actually it's not a slow movie. Megan,
it kind of winds me up, that especially when I'm going to go and see a film. You know, that kind of winds me up.
There was a guy. I swear to God, there was a guy for the first 5 minutes of the movie. He had his camera on Instagram.
No way, man.
Looked like he was taking a picture of it, but he wasn't taking a picture of it. He was waiting for something so he could take a picture of it. But he had the thing in the viewfinder. Yeah. And he was like just there. And I was like, turn it off.
Well, we went to see Avatar, and we've been doing a bit of an Avatar watch lately.
You went to see The Way of Water?
And it was good. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But and the last few times I've been to the cinema, actually, everybody's been pretty respectful. But that movie's good. That movie is doing something. It's number 7 now in the worldwide box office.
Yeah, I'll bring that up. Actually.
Yeah, it's climbing. And who would have thought? It's obviously it's a movie that's over 3 hours long. It's not one that you'd kind of necessarily go back and see, and for these movies to get to the kind of stage of billions and billions, they need repeat viewing. You're not going to get that with this, so it's amazing that it's climbing so much. It's surpassed
the Avengers.
Its kind of closest. Its closest rival was Top Gun Maverick, wasn't it? And it surpassed that pretty easily.
Top Gun Maverick is 1.4. Avatar is 1.7. So there's actually, I was watching something, and it was an interview with James Cameron, and he was saying they reckon it's cost about $460 million to make Avatar 2. He says they have to earn $2 billion at the box office to break even. And the guy in the video breaks it down as to why it's $2 billion, because $2 billion minus 460 million is like 1.6 billion. So where are you getting the 1.6 billion from? And it turns out it's all these fees and everything, because because Avatar is going to make most of its money in the rest of the world, not America. It's going to make a quarter of its money in America. And so the way that you do the revenue share is every cinema has got a different way of doing it. Every group has got a different way of doing it. So you're going to get 50% of it. So although it's a $2 billion movie, the studio itself is only going to get $1 billion because it's a half share. But that's only in the first week. After the first week, you get 40%. And after the second week, you get 30%. So it actually goes down the longer it's in cinemas.
Well, plus
you end up with like a lot less than you do, which is why it's going to take, $2 billion to make this worthwhile.
Plus, I reckon they've flung a lot of money into promotion,
marketing. Yeah,
which doesn't include, that's not included in how much it takes to make the film. Yeah. So
the other one I mentioned was that there's taxes as well. No, I said it's because it's a US production. So when you go to the UK, they automatically charge you 20% of the box office. So typically what happens is the film company will eat that cost, not the cinema. So, and when you go to India, it's 50%.
There you go.
So it's a lot of money.
Bollywood, baby.
Hollywood. So yeah. That's the rundown for 2023. I think I'm excited to see Quantumania. That's the sort of next big thing I'll be looking forward to. But I also want to go and see 65 as well.
I think there's loads of films I want to go and see there. And I'm excited for 2023. And yeah.
There's movies I watched at home though. I mean, I think probably Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain ones I think need to be seen in the cinema. But so next week will be a normal show. We're not going to talk about what we've been watching and things like that, really.
Yeah.
Next week will be normal. We'll be on with James at some point as well. He'll be back, and we'll be doing some watch-alongs. And it's going to be a good year. Looking forward to it.
Yep, we'll be certainly doing a Mandalorian watch-along, that's for sure. That's for darn tootin'. But I think we should probably call it just now because it's 2 hours for this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Paul, James.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, especially as well chiming in with the comments there, because that really helped.
Brilliant.
But for everyone else who's watching this later on, don't forget to hit the old like button and share and all that kind of stuff, and also subscribe because it really helps the channel out, and it gets the name out there and all that kind of good stuff. But we will see you in the next one. So thank you again. Bye.
Cheers, guys.